we still have to face the harsh weather as individuals. We say Rainbow Weather Shield paint is thicker than blood. The paint endures the hottest of days, the heaviest of rains, the dustiest of seasons, and the windiest of nights. Not even the toughest molds can stand this hero of a paint. Rainbow Weather Shield, family and true friend that sees no weather. Rainbow Paints, peace of mind, part of the deal.
So pano kupitilira ndi program yathu ndati ndikuoneseni mlendo wathu program yathu ya lero. Mlendo wathu ndi Penjani Kaluwa.
Yes.
Ndi ndikachula zina limene I think anthu ambiri athakudabwa kodi munthu zina lake ndi Penjani Kaluwa. Umatchuka ndi zina lokuti Fredokis. Ndi tufuna tiyambire pamene papa. Kuti chifukwa chani Fredokis komanso litanthauzo linayo paja anzathu a show business makandi maina ojera.
Okay, so full name ndi Fredo Penjani Kaluwa.
Chabwino?
So Fredokis ndi dzina la artist. So pali Fredo ndikumaliza ku abbreviation. K-I and S-S. You know, mu special music ija approach yanga nayo I was tackling issues in a simple way. So it's Fredo keeps it so simple.
Okay.
So it's K-I-S-S keeps it so simple.
Komano simnachitire dala kuti kakhalibe kakisi akaka kuti pacha achinyamatano kumangomenyera konko chabwino. Now Fredokis zikuoneka kuti izizi za Fredokis udagwira nazo msewu. I remember nthawi nake ukupanga ma show aulere achinyamata makhala kudikira ndithu ma show amenewa pa nthawi imeneyo so nakuona kusaina ma contract ngati brand ambassador NBS Bank. Kenaka iya inakuona ndithu ukupanga ndithu ndi hore za wildlife crime. Yes. Now papam wambopanga design.
Yes.
Ufuna kuyamba ndale.
Yes.
Chifukwa chani?
Okay, I think in life mtu makhala ndi destiny, ndi calling. So I think kuchoka ku music kuja kupanga resign kuma deals osearch nali woti neyo ndajimva mwa ine ndeka kuti no pano I need another challenge. Ku music kundapanga achieve business zokuti before achieving them it was a challenge. It was impossible. For example, it was not issue kuti munthu ngangweganizo ndiyophweka kwa oimba a rapper okuti ama ghetto music from Zingwangu nkolokosa kuti one day akuzoka brand ambassador of bank. It was a challenge. So after ntapanga ma deals osearch ntakhala bandeka I needed another challenge.
Kodi udakhala pawekha kapena umatengera chifanthawe zambiri tizaone awa kuti mwina abambo amaswera mpira uzaona swana kuswera mpira. Bambo amakhala oimba nyimbo uwaona naso akuimba nyimbo. Kaona ti bambo awo kaya mapanga za machalichi na oso ndabusa. Iwe sumatengera zaka mlepo Kaluwa bambo ako iwe ndaka mlepo Kaluwa. Sumatengera zaka mlepo Kaluwa kuti andale kukhangati aboleza nawo sifadamba kwamva kalekale. Akulimbana ndi abakiri muluzi mwamenya ka one man demo ukafika kusanjika kuja nthawi imene ija akulemba kuchokera South Africa. Is it not because of his influence? Zimene unaganiza kuti upange ndale, was it a personal decision? At what point did you realize kuti I think munthu ndine wandale?
Okay, both. One, ine nakula mu nyumba yokuti daily chimene mamva ina ndale koma ndikukula ine ndinkadana nazo ndale. Ndikadana nazo zimene ndalama dusamo anayika bwere watengedwa. So even if timati ku school wena ziti gemula a president osauka
analosauka
ndabiri MTV financially si sana libwino because anasiya china chili chose ndumapanga politics ndeko Malawi ndale ntime nayo yokhauli sana. So tinakula ifeyo tukuona big money kudusa mu zipinjo zosiyana chifukwa cha ndale. So ine even ndi ku music kuja nikadana ndi ndale nikadana nazo kwambiri. So sinema zochina chika ndi chani anazandipanga approach tinali ndi conversation ina ndakula kuleno sindifuna kwacho chifukwa cha privacy yawo. Tikupanga zonsezi chananduza kuti amwene influence yanu, where are you taking this influence? In that discussion it hit me good. Okay, now ntakano bandekano ndapanga achieve zonsezi where am I going?
Kulo panga achieve chani chifukwa kuti kamango
Okay, music wise ndapanga achieve okay, for example ineyo mmene mayamba naenda ambition kuti ndizakhala artist sort of got awards, for example, ndi my ambassadorship deals, for example. Even my dreams they were not realistic even tukuyamba right? Komano mu space major ndapanga achieve zimezi ndakwirapo so ntchito because ndinakwira ntchito kupakachere for 9 years. Mmene mapanga design kupakachere I was senior projects manager. So I was managing even projects ya GIZ, UNICEF, tapanga manage my projects ambili. So ndikamati nakhala basi mono ndapanga achieve says it is not music wise yoka. Nimanga naso ku even in terms of profession kuti besides music zimene mapanga ngati kunchito my business. I needed something challenging. Then napanga decision kuti ndikayima UMP. Anthu umene kuti achinyamata tizitenga nawo mbali mu zinthu ngati zisankho mu decisions amene amatipanga affect. Then napanga decision ndikayima UMP.
Was that the right decision? Ukamayiona panopa. I'm asking this chifukwa chokuti kwatulukano nkhani zambiri. Poyamba mwankha ngati no celebrity wina kuti anthu amango kufira pano makhanchi kwirikiriso amakutchulaso wapanga izi tikambirana kusogoloko. Was that the right decision? Do you still think it was the right decision to join politics?
Yes, every decision that I make, what happens to me, I pray. I'm divinely guided.
Kodi ndiyo umapemphera kwambiri?
Osati kwambiri, but I've got a relationship with my maker. So whatever happens to me is divinely guided. So it was a good decision because God allowed it.
You still stand by it?
Yes.
Kuti if you were to do it again, you still choose politics. Kuti
you choose politics. Yes, it's my calling. I realized that this is a calling. Now, almost politics. How you see politics? If you see politics, ngatuti tupanga zama vote. Tupanga zokutika anyamata tapente tavalika ma t-shirt, then it's not as many join here.
What did you join?
Politics. I joined the platform of solutions. Politics, I joined with as a young person. I've got ideas. Ideas need to be implemented. So I'm joining a space for solutions and ideas. That's how I look at politics.
Koma ndizomwe zikuchitika because munthu utakumaona kenaka ukafika mukati muchauzaona I think mina sindi maona bwino.
No,
ndizomwe zikuchitika pano pa kuti you're providing solutions.
Exactly.
And you're happy with the solutions that you're providing.
Happy, yes.
Chabwino. Yes. Now, walowa ndale. Anthu ena kuti chifukwa chokuti ngati woyimba makhala mukuyimba kwa chinyamata ambiri chigulu cha anthu kumabwera mashows aulere kundilande kamkatotomu komano achinyamata macha samavuta ambiri acha ndokuti maybe they don't even register ena sanakwane zaka 18 zotanga vote. Do you think kuti that's why maybe it was hard for you kuti upambane pa chisankho chimene unapikisana ndali pipa ku Blantyre City South kuti udapezeka kuti waphonya chifukwa chokuti ambiri achinyamata amene amabwera even misonkhano yako ana kuti sanga 40?
Yes. Okay. If it is true kuti achinyamata amene amabwera ku misonkhano yanga sanga vote, then we have a problem. If it is true kuti achinyamata ajasama vote, we have a problem which needs to be addressed because achinyamata akwena ayambe kuvota. Achinyamata ngati samapanga participate mu development agenda, they need to start. That's why munthu ngati neyo being someone nokuti kula nyamata awiri atatu they follow me, they'll be inspired in my actions aine. When I come into this space, it means awiri atatu oka follow oka anai now so abanga emulate. So ngati nthawi imene ijana kuti sama voter tuona 2025 ngati azakhalusanga vote ena amene muno kuti ndi anawo kodi amene akuzavota 2025 panopa zaka 13 whether you like it or not. So mmene mpoyamba they should start participating now. Kodi 2025 they should make good decisions.
So 2025 we're going to see you again ku Blantyre City South.
If I'm alive, 2025 I'll be on the ballot. If I'm alive and God allows it. Inetu ndikuza ukali even ndikufuna kuti ndikakhale area chairman kuzingwangwa ndikaluza ngati mulungu akana. Olo ntafuna kuti ndikakhale ya constituency governor ku Kasungu. If God does not allow it, it won't happen.
So you believe in divine power.
Exactly.
Now, Bambwa, Mr. Honorable Kamlepo Kalowa,
yes,
is a firebrand. Amadena George, firebrand politician.
Yes.
Uramataka ima the controversies that he steers.
Yes.
Everywhere amataka tsegulaga amwe atamati kodi timve kuti Kalowa apa ayankula zotani kani parliament kandi kunja kwa parliament menda nenera kuti ine dazi wakuyamba kulemba makalata awo ali ku South Africa akusunga ndevu zawo tambiri akamalemba. I was one of the few people amene na chitapo interview. He knows that even ngatakonera chichi kuti akuziwa. Now Are you the type of politician that is following in the footsteps of Bambwache kuti you also want to be firebrand, controversial and all that? Mwina tipeleka my example amene akubwera kusogolo.
Okay, I'm Fredo. Kamlepo Kaluwa is my father. I cannot divorce myself from Kamlepo Kaluwa. Sina panga apply kamena ukambia ndi mulungu kuti mkulu ndipasa kale Bambwanga. It's God's plan kuti he's my father and I'm happy. Mutaika hapa Obama, hapo kuika Mandela, hapo kuika Kayandani, kuika uko Martin Luther. Ndukamwika Kamlepo kumapeto kuja kuti tasanka who should be your father. I'll still choose Kamlepo. Koma, I am an individual. God, it please God kuti pakai Kamlepo mos pakai Fredo. I'm running my own race. There might be similarities, but there will also be differences between Fredo and Kamlepo Kaluwa.
So it doesn't have influence on your political career.
It doesn't have.
Now, tili mu nthawi ya chisankho. Udamangidwa.
Yes.
Ndi abambo ako. Kurumpyu. No, it was you, yes. Yeah. But you were with your daddy ku constituency kwawo.
Yes.
Kumene kudali ma allegations oti mapereka ndalama mpaka na nkhani zimene zinapita ku court. What zakathira kuti nkhani zichi?
Unfortunately, this is not a place where I should be asking you questions, because how do you know? So says it, how did you come to know about it?
It was reported.
Who reported it? Because this is Times TV. Who reported it? Kuli Anfena Namvela Times is messages. Who reported it?
Okay. So you'll be the one answering questions.
Okay. Fusondodia?
Kuli zinakatira kuti zimezi jazi.
Zinakatira court.
Court inatija.
Titapita ku court. Ndaka ndikupita ku court not even a single day. Mboni mozi. Boma sina bweso mboni mozi. Apolisi sana bweso mboni mozi. Ine mpaka leo ndi mafuso. Amena nandimanga ine. Amena mata nandimanga ine. Apolisi osamena ali involved. Most amena anali involved. Also they are alive. Palibolo mtu mmoja anamwalira. So amena manena kuti Fredo tinamugwira amapereka ndrama kuti anthu akavote. Anandigwira ndikumpasa ndrama ndani. Anandigwirayo ndani. Ndimapereka ndrama zingati. All these questions are not answered because apolisi ali moyo. Mesa kukhoti kuja amene abwere kandi lieutenant wakuti kandi colonel wakuti kandi constable wakuti kandi not ineyo nampeza Fredo akuwapasa anya muhone awa ndrama kapena akuwapasa Mrs Banda kapena Mrs Pida kapena mpasa Stephen ndrama kuti akamvotere wakuti.
So ukuganiza kuti chimachitika wepa ndi chani? What was happening here?
What was happening was ine ndapanga notice kuti influence yanga ima kaso ndi effect both sides, negative and positive. Anthu ilewa amene nakumana naye anandiuza kuti amwene he's alive mind you, anandiuza kuti amwene ine ndalandira intelligence report kuti kuno kukhala chipolowe. Komanso anthu ena ake they are not comfortable ndi influence ya iweyo kuti ukhale kunoko on the ground because they feel kuti you can affect voting process.
So what were you doing there?
Ndinali kumuzi.
Kumuzi basi kuti uli pa holiday uli kumuzi.
Ndinali pa holiday ndi kumuzi. Ndacho ku South Africa nabwera straight unapita kumuzi.
Ndiye pokumanga pacha amakutenga statement.
Yes.
What was the statement?
Sana nitenge statement.
The statement was never recorded.
Sana nitenge statement. Wa anatitenga tipitisa pa Chiweta police. Kuti apapa pali voting voting station pakhala chisokonezo. Ku police kujo amoja he repeated kuti amwene you are not arrested. Influence ya iweyo, it is what is affecting. It is what people think kuti because banga affect voting process. Ndeno ine ndikupita kumlowe ndikupeze ni pati pano. Anthu achanapita kumlowe. Ife tili pa Chiweta pa center. Kunapeza kuti panja pa police pacha. Mazuwa mapolisi akumusuta makhanga ti antown. Panja pa police panazaza anyamata. Anyamata chanamba kukhanga kuti you know what young people do ndikakhamuna pamalo nthawi zina anamba mapanga chanti za Fredo ndo police amene amene pankaupa kuti anaja koza kupeza kuti aphwanya police ati zinachitikapo ukaronga. So anatisuntha kuti pitisa ku Kurumpi kuja ndikumene ndinkangova kuti social media yose kuti ine ndamangidwa kuti ndimagula mavoti. The next day wa police amene anali ku Mlowe kumene social media inkakamba kuti timagula mavoti kuchi 10 kilometers 12 kilometers away from Chiweta kumene tinatengedwa ifeyo tinaenda ame kuchi anaboza ndiuzeni muselo kuti amwene sorry anthu asamenera kutenge izi sizikukukhuza ndikayankhula ndawo si akutuluse in 10 minutes I was released kulemba statement mama uja nalemba statement why we are here statement peti nalemba ife charge it took 2 hours kuti ati charge ife
ndana kucharge ni kuti chani
anati charge ati electoral offense mpeno code it doesn't exist.
Now mwansanga ukayiona nkhani yonse ija ndimene yathira baba are you satisfied kuti chilungamo chinaenda palepo if you're not what is your next step?
No, in my space ine nachivomereza influence mendina ena ikakha kuti akuona ngati kuti kuzopanga affect my interests awo amaona ngati Fredo ndi enemy amaona ngati Fredo they'll talk bad about me ena akaona kuti influence il align to my interests awo they'll like me they'll love me so I'm not bitter ndizabwino bwino nkhani meje nata pali nkhondo zina sizathu ndiza Yehova so nkhondo meja inata zinazizira I'm satisfied with I'm free I'm satisfied with I'm sitting here and you're talking to me asking me questions nkhani itapita I'm satisfied with the truth is plain here because mwina kana kauti ameja namwalira apolisa cha namwalira bwezi mwina kuti aye Fredo mwina auna zimezi for anthu ena aje kulibe all of them they are alive all of them.
Now you are the member of UTM.
Yes.
Kukwenda bwanji kuchipani cha UTM?
UTM kuli bwino. UTM chipanja UTM chikukula. We are growing. No kama zote UTM ndi chipani chokuti suti chakhala zaka zambiri since formation. So UTM is growing. Yeah.
Ndio wachinyamata kuli nsogolero wachinyamata ku UTM.
Yes.
Bon Kalindo.
Yes.
amene ati director of youth ku UTM. Ubale wako ndakalindo ngotani
ndabuno bwino last time anandimbira phone tinayankhula ndabuno bwino he gave me advice bala tunda buno bwino
ada abwera akalindo adakhala mpando amene wakhala Fredo Kis adanena untundu wa Malawi komanso aliyense amene amaonera program imene iyi kuti iwe ndi wabanya mulenge andi banya mulenge ndi gulu la zachifwamba mukuchita terrorize anthu mukuti adalitesa atanena wepo kuti kuyambira pano gulu la banya mulenge latha ndipo palibe wina aliyense akupanga zinthu without going through his office because he was complaining kuti kunali chibwirikita tumangopanga zinthu usadusa office kwawo ndio wabanya mulenge
sena wabanya mulenge
kuli banya mulenge ku UTM
iliko
ukuiziwa
yes
and you are not the member of banya mulenge
I'm not
but he said kuti you were one of the 3 members amene makhangati mukupangisa chisokonezo ku UTM.
No, it's not true. Banya mulenge ku UTM iliko Uncle Ajara Kabanoba, I think enough for Anacho Maina Antred, including me.
Yes.
But where he era Bochura in Equity, I'm a member of Banyamuleng, I'm not. Banyamuleng in the group where you would do because over Sunny Maina and the man at Tridwatch. Munich Benning on his my phone number. Called Banyamuleng in the group youth. In Abu in Tango join a UTM, and Abu Anasbang introduce coin. We are Banyamuleng, this is what we do. I've worked with Banyamuleng. One function ya kubalaga yoti timagao na Uncle Lucius Banda. It was organized by Banyamulenge. They approached me to lead and come up with ideas on how we can proceed the activity ya kubalaga na kuensure the Banyamulenge. Uncle Bon, he was invited. He was guest of honor. He was invited by Banyamulenge. He was guest of honor. The function he was sitting right next to me. The function organized by Banyamulenge. So, I'm not a member of Banyamulenge, but I know Banyamulenge. I'm a member of UTM. I know Banyamulenge exists in UTM. Komanso, UTM utindaloba 31 December 2020. There are domestic issues with UTM. Analiko kuambira kalikali. Sina abange great engineer. So, it's unfortunate kuti muna as director of youth ndima issues amenali now ndi other youth groups ndumabezekoti ndumabagidwa chifukwa cha mwina zochitika zinandizina.
Where is the disconnect? Because ngati sakudziwa kuti you are not even a member of Banyamulenge, it means there is a disconnect. Maybe your association in the group, because he was saying kuti even dzina la gululo kuti Banyamulenge, we know Banyamulenge ngati gulu limene linkapanga terrorizing anthu kunja.
Yes.
inu ngati achinyamata, you said kuti you're not part of that.
Yes.
Even them choosing that name ili ndi connotation yosakhala bwino.
But I'm not their spokesperson. I can give you numbers anyamata Banyamulenge, and you can invite them for an interview as I came Fusoka. So I'm not a spokesperson of Banyamulenge. So my details also Banyamulenge I cannot give, but I can speak for Fredo. I'm not a member of Banyamulenge, but I've worked in Banyamulenge. Kuyitemo sindu gwenchiro ndi Banyamulenge, kandu gwenchiro ndi chibani yose, structure yose. Ndu gwenchiro ndi antambili mbili yose nga kwanisa kuchua list yose. I'm a member of UTM. Banyamulenge is a group in UTM. Ndinaipeza. Ndinango join about 31 December pompa 2020. Banyamulenge ndinaipeza. Whatever Banyamulenge does is not my creation. Whether Banyamulenge is known by others or not known by others, it has got nothing to do with me. But I have worked with them, and that Children did Banyamulenge on a charity event. You all saw it. We went to see Uncle Lucius Banda, event manager, members of parliament, even the president of the party. He contributed towards that function.
So ineyo my question is,
yes,
simukumvese sana pati, where is the disconnect kuti mwina azikanga tena kuona kuti gulu la uchifwamba komanso you associate me kunena papa kuti you only attended one of their event me makaona ku simukumvese sana pati po ndi director anu achinyamata akalindo.
No, ine tikamvese sana bwino. Amandembera phone.
Did you call him after that interview kuna kuti kodi akalindo? Mwanena kuti ineyo ndikupanga chani?
No.
Why didn't you not follow up? Because he was on record, he came here.
Okay, wonder. I think if there are personal issues between Uncle Bon, Mwinandi Ineo, this is a national TV. Even if there were personal issues, I would not come on national TV. But I'm telling you, honestly speaking, there are no issues, personal or whatsoever, between me and our director of youth. I love Bon as a human being, and I've been a fan of Winigo for years. So there's nothing of that sort. Good man about tension. No. UTM is just it's a political party like any other political party. It's an organization like any other organization. Even in Nyumba, Zimatotega amasteni the big money. Munasagu yankulisana 2 days. Zimatotega sister and the brother it's normal. It doesn't mean the family is broken. UTM is intact. UTM is a party, even youth in UTM, they are united. We might have differences, but they are not differences we can magnify on national level. No. So me and Uncle Bon, we are okay. Last time he called me, he gave me advice on my political career in a loving way. I felt it good. Even when Uncle Baba, he means it. So I will not take what he said in an interview, right? Context, sindukuzote na context yodan. Because interview is in only, right? Sindukuzote na context yodan. But last time I checked, me and him are okay.
Last time you checked, you and him were okay.
We are still
okay.
Okay.
Sitting there, you didn't watch the interview. I did the interview.
Yeah.
That's why I'm giving you first-hand information. He was saying, ndinugulaji famba mukuchita terrorize antu, you must stop. There is a lot of chaos. Everybody can just wake up and use party emblems without his consent. So he was telling everybody wachinyamata kuti please go through his office. Ukamafuna kupanga activities zako ngati member wa UTM, do you go through office ya director of the youth?
Sinapange pa activity. Koma protocol demands me to go through the office. Koma sinapange pa activity. Since I joined UTM, Pokoso seli sinambe. Sinapange pa in activity most. I only participated in activity of Balaka. That's all.
Now staying in the same lane.
Yes.
Uku UTM uku kuoneka ngati akalindo wawo amaona kuti pali vuto ukana apa pa national TV kuti palibe vuto, you call him uncle. Kuti uncle Kalindo, Uncle Boni.
What should I call him?
No, it's up to you.
What should I call him?
No, I'm not telling you how you should call him, but I'm just saying for my next question now is Noel Olipipa.
Yes.
Another wachinyamata member of parliament for Blantyre City South.
Yes.
Kumene we soda chita kumpiti adakugwesa ta.
Ubale wako. What do you mean? Okay, wonder. I never lost. In my reality, there's nothing like loss. Wonder, I contested. I won the hearts of 12,600 human beings.
But is that the purpose? Were you going there to win just to Kabena? You wanted the seat?
Exactly. The question should be, what was my purpose? My purpose is to be a solution. My purpose is to participate in the development agenda to Blantyre City South. I don't necessarily have to be the one going to parliament to do one or two things, to solve one or two problems.
Then why do you want to contest again?
Because, you are a member of parliament, you've got the legal mandate to go beyond. Okay, inene ngapite kuti ankonolera chadwa ngapite ku parliament kwenda kuti ankonolera dwala nditi khalapo ine pampando.
But I thought you said you don't want to go to parliament.
No.
You say you want
There
to
are I've got certain limitations, even in my space. There are certain limitations. The ideas Ogutina I can have, he cannot have. The ideas he has, I cannot have. I'm not saying this is not a contest. It's a popularity contest. Kamina contest. This is a better human than the other. No.
But we all understand that.
Exactly. This is why I'm saying, Kudi, I didn't lose.
What
I
happened?
won the hearts and souls of 12,600 human beings who believe in me till today.
But that was a competition, eh?
It
We
was a
agree?
competition,
Could
yes.
at the end of the day, muntu mozi ndamina pambani.
Yes.
It wasn't you.
Okay. Wanda, do you want us to go into my issues in Garameno? Okay. Let's do it.
No.
Okay.
I'm just ndikungufusa fuso,
Okay.
Fredo, with due respect.
Yes.
Kuti it was a competition.
Yes.
Yodi amena apeze mafuta ambiri.
Yes.
Ndamina wapambana.
Yes.
Yes? That's how my elections are
Yes.
done.
Yes.
You didn't get the most votes.
Yes.
Therefore,
Yes.
it is only right to say kuti Lipipa won and you lost.
Yes.
See, we are agreeing on that one.
Yes.
Okay. Now, moving on with my question.
You're happy.
No, I'm not happy. I'm just saying, kuti, I wanted you and me to agree.
Okay.
So,
before you go,
okay, yes.
Wanda, you should know, Kuti, this is a national platform. And Tamina Kudo NFA, they're from Sanje to Chitipa. Now, I believe, Kuti, no matter how small action you may right? It gets ima kind of effect you never meet, I'll never meet. Ineyo result imena jitega ya my elections acha. It shouldn't be perceived as good in the negative again. No. For me, I'm telling you, underline it. I never lost. I won in so many ways. In interacting with women, men as my constituency. So I'm a winner in so many ways. Life is much more than being an MP, a president, a minister. There's so much more to life. What matters is participation. Kuna nyamate na kuti sana lembesa, as you put it. Kumatimainda now day the entire campaign. Tu siku damone sina lembesa. I regret. Ndika nazoda so zaima ndika na lembesa. So it's after you see 2025.
No, I agree with what you say.
Yes.
Kumano, for the purpose of this,
Yes.
Timafusa kuti, is it wrong to say kuti you lost?
No,
honorable Noel Ripipa, because munkapikisana kuti pa winner amachita kunena,
Yes.
there can only be one winner pachisankho china chichonse.
Yes.
Tivomereze. So
Yes.
you've taken kuti you didn't lose because at the end of the day you are looking at what you won.
Yes.
But in terms of parliamentary elections,
Yes.
going to parliament,
Yes.
the one who wins
It's him.
is the one who goes to parliament.
Yes.
In this case, it is him going to the parliament.
Yes.
So therefore, it's only right to say he is the one who won.
Yes.
Okay.
That's right.
So next question is, what is your relationship with him?
There's no relationship. He's a member of parliament of Blantyre City South. I'm a constituent of Blantyre City South. That's the relationship.
Okay.
Beyond that, there's no relationship. Yes.
I'm asking this for another issues. It was also in the social media. I think panali issue yokuza Zingwangwa clinic. Vuto kainali ama toilet kumene ku doctors toilets and what have you. Then you started telling him actually kuti you were giving him an ultimatum kuti ngati simukonza pofika chakuti ndipita ndikakonza.
What was that matter?
Kuti if you don't fix the problem in this specific time, I'll go do it. So according to him,
Yes.
is it kuti is that how we should do things?
Why did I give him that ultimatum?
If you are the one that must tell me, because you are the one who gave it. Because what I want to understand is that there was a problem at the hospital.
You know that?
You wanted it fixed,
Uh-huh.
and you were saying that it must be fixed within this period of time.
No.
Okay, then what is the correct version?
Okay, I was invited. Ine naidani. Amwene nayandra phone. Ndine wakuti. Mubwere kuno kuzimbwanga. Kuzimbwanga ndine chairman wa haki. Okay, kulinkhani yanje. Aya ndimakufunani. Azokhendeka beza mpata ndikuyimbira niti pange tsiwo tikumane. Inatha wiki anandimbiraso. Phone mabwera mwena almost every amatango dumphisa mwena tsiku limodzi. Phone ibwera. Munthu amene mankhula naye munthu achikulire. Sana size yanga. So out of munthu okay ndikubwera. Ndapita kumene kuja. I was not even in party colors. Zithunzi zilipo pa social media. Ndapita kumene kuja. Kunduka kumana ndi chairman ndi committee yake. Ndikudusa kupita kuchipata kuja. Azimaya namba kutuluka ataona gamoti yanga. Ena kumavala salu za ATM. Fredo fast forward. Ndapita kumene kuja. Anamba ndifotokozera mavuto apa chipatala. Anandiendesa pa chipatala. Nafusa kuno kuli MP, kuno kuli cancer. Munapanga approach anthu awawa. Ati napanga approach palibe chikuchitika. Nafusa kuti inu are you sure kuti anthu munapanga approach, because ndikapanga ineyo sindikufuna mawa muzapezeke kuti anthu mwanditembenukira kuti ndikudumpha munthu ina wake ntchito. They assured me kuti anampanga approach MP cancer on several occasions. Sakuthandizidwa. Koma ine ntaona pa munthu wanga ma problems amene nayo kumeko sima problems oti mene tizidikirira. Sima problems oti mene kuti tinene kuti protocol. Anandionesa malo kuti azimaya amimba akumasamba akuleba akumasamba panja. Anandionesa ma toilet oti they are dysfunction kuti anthu ena amakhanga daudikira kandima kuti apite ku toilet. Kuma toilet amene ma doctors bazingwango amayisa toilet mozi na kuti ma doctors ma patients osiye kuleba ward. Ine ntaona zimene zinakhuzika. I decided kuti mawa let's start fixing my problems amene tingakwanisa kupanga fix. Mind you ndaitanidwa. Mind you ndafusa zakuti MP mwamuza kasa manduza anthu anipanga show kuti takhatukwaoza ku problem samapanga. Then I posted on Facebook kuti kunali scenario
You believe in putting things on social media?
Yes.
Chifukwa choti ndipo pale audience yako yambiri?
No, audience yanga ndira pa ground. Even kuzingwanga meni mapita sinikaenda pa Facebook. Nikaenda pa ground. Amina kandona zibaya nkatruka kumafasa za itemo. Sipale pa Facebook.
Maenda pa Facebook.
Yes.
Yeah, of course I know.
So social media is a tool that we use to reach out. Kula anthu ena ake kuti they've got resources more than ineyo. Akuona zimene akupanga on social media they were emulate. Fast forward. Back to issue yathu. Ntapanga posti. Uncle Ajanabu was not one MP at a time. Then I said, okay, true, one MP at a time, I'm giving you 24 hours. So that was the missing link in your question. That's where that madam is coming from. He said one MP at a time. Have respect, please. So I said, yes, I'll respect you. Yes, one MP at a time.
But I'm giving you
the problems that are there, fix them in 24 hours.
You have those, you think it's right, it's fine to give somebody at madam to do things according to your way?
Why not? We employed him.
So what happens?
A toilet is part of a dwelling place that dignifies us as human beings. So whether you like it or not, because a toilet, but we are human beings. Sifing at is in Yamazo because ongo banga gudi pachile or public, no. And look, these are women no good labor. These are patients. These are doctors who are supposed to treat patients. So I know Gudi Kwantwena approach manager, it was a wrong approach. But I feel some solutions need not to wait. There's some solutions that are
Fredo, kuti umuze alipipa ati ananditenga anthu takaona you are the MP for the constituency kuli mavuto akuti I want to help.
As me sina kaniza.
You think it would have been better?
I don't think so.
Considering ndi mwina zimene zinazatuluka kuti munakhamamba kuyankhana pa social media
it's
kuti achinyamata nzotheka kuti achinyamata we can work together kapena we are always fighting sometimes zinthu zina zimene zokuti we can easily communicate and do things together because ngati tonse interest yathu ndiyofuna kutukula dera lathu. Why is it that when we can't work together and to achieve that?
No, there are alternatives. What you're suggesting is also an alternative. You already see it's an alternative. Njira hii na imene kana kuisidwa nchito, already see na ikwilisa nchito.
Mukuonera Times exclusive pano pa Times Television TTV komanso pa Times 360 Malawi Facebook page komanso tili pa Times Radio. Mlendo wathu mprogramu ya lero ndi Penjani Kalua amene amatchuka ndi zina lokuti Fredo Kiss. Program imene hii matifika ndi thandizo lochokera ku Rainbow Paints Khalani Pompo.
How often do you wash your favorite clothes? 52 times a year? How long do you wear them before they fade away? 3, 4 years? Imagine a paint with washability capabilities of up to 10,000 scrubs during its life. Imagine a paint that maintains its luster for over 7 years. Imagine a paint with a velvet finish and water resistance. Stop imagining, because Rainbow Acrylic Sheen does it all and beyond. An all-time hero for interior and exterior finishing that brings smiles to thousands of families and contractors. Rainbow Paints. Peace of mind. Part of the deal.
Welcome back. You're watching Times exclusive on Times Television TTV, Times 360 Malawi Facebook page, but we are also on Times Radio. And my guest in today's edition of the program is Penjani Kalua, popularly known as Fredo Kiss. Now Fredo, this is an video ku break timagamba za incident ya kuzingwangwa. And because of that incident, a member of parliament adi alimenero Noel Libiba anabwera ndi campaign yawo mavala t-shirt, one MP at a time. Show some respect. You don't show respect to him, eh? Because ndikupasa chisanzo china mutakhala pang'ono kuti chisankho chiponyedwe. I think there was an exchange of kavebo sokena kake
exchange.
Yes, kuti I think kuti
Exchange is two-way.
No, okay. One of you called the other.
Not one of us. You know who called who.
Okay.
Called who.
Okay. Lipiba called one of your guys about the bridge. That's his version. So I want you whether to agree with that version or not. He called one of your guys about the bridge. What did you gangana na bridge? I don't know what happened with the bridge, but there was some discussion about the bridge. So you picked the call from one of your guys. Anyway, let me finish. You're going to put it into the right.
Yes.
Then you said, no, I'm going to be the one winning this election. He said, okay, and then after the election, he called you. Ndakubandula, there was a clip that was going. What was all that?
Wonder, it's unfortunate Woody, a grown-up man would come on TV and start telling lies. Komano, I would choose Goody. Let's disregard out of respect. He's an honorable man. Let's leave it to that.
Okay.
Because you know what, I don't want to come on national TV and start demeaning an honorable man. I don't want to come on national TV and start castigating someone who's older than me. I will not do that. Ndikudumi is a message Jordan. You know, generation I fail. We've got a task. It's a huge task. Now, if I come here and then I tag my MP, attack. At the end of the day, I'm telling you, we're not advanced.
What is the problem? Would it attacking on national television or even what we do on the ground? What is the difference? Would it but national TV?
Yes.
We look decent and calm.
Yes.
We behave differently. Is it because there are no television, there are no cameras?
Okay.
You understand what my question?
Yeah, I understand
Kuti mwina
the question.
kusimugwirizana.
I understand
Then
the
you have an
question.
opportunity to say kuti kodi where is the problem?
Yes.
You don't want to use national television to be seen to be attacking other people, but then what is happening on the ground? How different is
even
what
on the ground? Even on the ground, I choose really. We focus on issues rather than individuals. Even on the ground, what we are doing, we are not focusing on individuals. We are focusing on solutions. So when I'm saying, Kodi, this is a national platform, issue in the Engono Wambini. We can drag it meeting the funiri, but trust me, there are bigger issues that we can discuss using platform Gadi and advance ideas that would have an impact on young people, women, beyond issue Gadi. Issue in the Engono, trust me. Issue it's but my individuals. It's like you like black and I like blue with a passion. You like yellow and I like green with a passion. And maybe I start disliking you because I want you to like yellow. You get it? So,
But you know why I'm bringing this issue for interruption is you have your director of youth who believes you're causing a lot of problems which you've denied and you've corrected that record, and then you have a sitting MP who you contested with also having problems with you. Then I'm asking myself, who is the problem? Are you a problem, Fredo? Are you a difficult person to work with?
I've never worked with those two. So you cannot conclude that I'm a difficult person to work with.
No, I'm not concluding. I'm asking a question.
I'm not. I work with teams. So I work well with everyone. Okay, I'm a human being. It's possible in my line of duty I can offend one or two people, but that doesn't define me. So the two people you are mentioning who came on this TV do not define who Fredo is. All you know, those people are my elders. Their expectations and my expectations might be different. And I expect they should ndimbira phone if possible. Sit me down, panga zintutima banga yonje. Because that was so mugwachula ndakuludu kwa. So engagement sinde kufuna. Just because ndoneke ineso Fredo nikatekwa yankula. Ineso ndoneke because tikanga tupikisa na mawu ndantu akulu. No. We might differ in ideologies, but respect will always be there.
Who must start to respect the other?
We all have a duty to respect the other. Respect is earned. You don't just demand respect. Sinanga ubasa in your coffee about no respect. No. So whether you like it or not, if it indeed task as young people, this is our time. We might not do.
When you say this is our time as young people, what are we doing? Because when you look around and see a lot of young people that are just loitering around, that are terrorizing. I was here talking to some people. Even lower mastit matum after 6. Yes. We have they are called. I was with Victor Muhango.
Yes.
Were clear. Street connected kids.
Yes.
After 6. Many azimai kulanda mafoni kutai. What are we doing at Achinyamata? Do we have a purpose? Do we have atsogolera? Many they are paying attention to what Achinyamata is doing. You one of them, you said you joined politics to provide solution. Yes. What are we doing with the youth?
That's what we should be discussing. Pamene tukuzogolera the protocol tipwanyi Mandive says the Ambanenda and trainer, as long as we are advancing a solution, the end will justify the means. For example, Anyamada Memunena Gudi, they're just loitering. You went in a wonder every day, can online, can in my newspaper, to Mavagudu Malagunif. Sure. But do you know who's benefiting from NIF? Who's benefiting from NIF? Au magatinga malone kunif ndani. You find that even my conditions are nifaj. Agudi ukandi kalimoto, ka land, ka jan. The majority of young people don't have these messages. So what are we suggesting as young people? Wanji, why can't NIF partner with young people and my ideas? You know, I don't have to have galimoto kapena land to access loan. Nganite gamoto ndi land ka, it means ndokuti neyo ndi better off. Kumakula Nyamata enage okuti they resort to drinking, they resort to violence. Sukuti because they were born violent. Kamendo ya namba dokuti awande ndankanzo ngokonda zomenya anthu zolanda anthu no. Kana ubasi wamvese sobese kuti kubalalika kucha. it's because akusowa zochita palibe ma opportunities. So if fail my platform kanawa, let's discuss with the solution. What do you think can be done? So for example, I would suggest why can't we localize NIFI? Instead of NIFI jakuti khalenga the platform yokuti ma politicians owned by politicians, kuda zipanga award ma loyalists azipani, NIFI.
You think kuti ndi momwe kupangira pano pa yumapereka kwa anthu amene ali loyo kuchipani?
Yes, I feel NIFI is not doing justice to young people. Mabilioni amene amagambidwa acha kuli anyamata kuti ena makwala mwambirimbiri okuti kungwapa solo chance chokuti akagule zometera zenizenizi pa game pompapa ayambisa barber shop koma anthu amene they cannot go kuNIFI kuchoka kugoda kuti ndifuna financing. Kula anyamata ena akuti ndi my ideas zokuti trust me mukhoza muona onyozeka pamaso koma ndi my ideas zokuti they are the next billionaires.
Who must hear this, Fredo? Who must hear what we are saying now? Because you see, we've been coming here over and over again and saying the same things over and over again. Who must hear this and who must take an action to say we're going to change this?
The one who has got the decision making power should hear this.
Do we know him?
The president should hear this. Everyone should hear this. Because it's not just the president, it's not just the vice president, it's not just the ministers. Everyone should hear this. All of us. Okay, for example, do you know kudi my elections aje zinto zisinte kumalayi kuno ndanyamata napanga zinto zisinte?
Do they realize the power they have?
Anyamata anali all over kupanga ma demonstrations kupanga zinthu tinasintadi ulamuliro unasintadi koma after ulamuliro wasinta. What is happening to young people? Tudige kuti tizafuneso nthawi ya margin ya esanko mutu zoti 1 MP at a time pakati zingokhala kaya. No, young people, we want a conducive environment. Umazwa even issue ya zimene zimaka mpita za ntchito kuti the government has to create ntchito. You know, NIF alone, if it can partner with ordinary youth, young people will create jobs for themselves. We don't need politicians to stand up and say we're going to create jobs.
Kodi Fredo, taonako kumaiko kwanzatu achinyamata mabwera pamozi kumapanga fomu ma consortiums kutafuna kabwereke. Why is it there is a problem in this kuti achinyamata sichita organize bwino? Anthu ena ananena kuti achinyamata ambiri mwina kudira kuno kwa Africa, osa just Malawi. Tima kumana basi kugula mowa nde kunyanja tikuzalisa table. When it comes to boozing chanja nde, that's when we form this association. But kuti tibwere tipange business limozi, then mwamba kumenya anazija tumaona
zima uzaone sese anyamata amene okambira tambo ali mozi kusonkha muwaje ambira they don't need businesses.
No, I'm saying good if we are able, if achinyamata can able to come together and party.
Yes.
Why is it that they can come together and have a business idea that they present as a unit?
Yes.
So that at least in Momozi Mlimpavu, so we have different professions that come together and form a company chachikulu. Sima difuta ndipati kuti timvesesane. Izi difuta la ndrama kuti tikabwera ndrama timapezeka kuti basi tosi tabalalika.
Eneyo narrative mene sinimagwizana nayo. You know, kuli narrative yoti kunoko anthu omuntu osauka ukambwereka ngongo ukampasa ndrama ngongoli sabweza. Kuli narrative yokuti anyamata kungwapasa ndrama wao mwachisa sabweza.
Kuna ndi project you wanted to be creating millionaires.
Yes.
How did it inaenda bwanji mine chai?
Okay, so panopa we this year tukupanga launch what we're calling a ghetto bank. We're launching a ghetto bank. So the concept of ghetto bank ndikuti this green children ndi as my youth small one small. So it's the same idea of creating business opportunities. So we want to create business opportunities. We're not just aiming at creating jobs, no. We are creating business opportunities. So project mene.
Tell me about it. I want to understand how does it work?
We haven't started.
How do you envisage it? This is a good budget.
Okay, this is how I got it. Ndimapezeka kuti taya campaign. Ndimakonda kumaenda wabasi. Ndimakonda panga door to door campaign. Ndimazapezeka ndipeza gula azimaya yala zibwente yala tomato yala chani. Then magula azimaya achi. Nde zimaya mati kama gula mafusa mwe capital ndamazingati. When I was at 20,000, when I was at 30, when I 15, kunali ena they were going as low as capital ngani 6,000. So Ghetto Bank is targeting anthu ngana amene ajawa. Anthu oti you will not tolerate them even in my bank or my institutions manu.
Ndalama za Ghetto Bank zichokera kuti.
ndama za ghetto bank tipo kagulu ka anyamata tipanga fundraising. So we start small as small as possible, but we'll grow it. So idea ndio kuti we want kuti nzimayanga let's say kabla yake the 30 kandi 50. Why we are the 30 50 kuzikana ndama yedi muna kuzospenda easily ndama yedi kuzoipeza mupweka kuma kwanza zimayo ndi ndama yokuti akuti ndi capital yake. So we want to see kuti tingapange push bwanji azimayi ndi anyamata on that lower level. I repeat, it's not a grand idea for people who want billions, want millions. No. This is a grand idea that would make sense and make meaning kwa muntu wokuti ali pansi dipendepende.
Listening to you, you're so passionate about Achinyamata. And when you look at the population ya dziko lathu tima now predominantly ndi Achinyamata, it means kuti Achinyamata watapasidwa mphamvu. I think you can change so many things. So moti kunena zoti tufuna tifike middle income whatever chanchani. I think we really need to invest in Achinyamata. Where are we missing it as government? Because tutomapanga at individual level.
I'll show you where we're missing it.
Show me, please.
Okay. Generation ndiyo sima pasidwa task. So kumalawi kuno there was generation ya ancestors atigulisa kazungu they took over, we were colonized. Kunaba generation ina yachinaka muzubanda autonchirwa dunduzi chisiza kanyama chume. Task yawo hii inali yokuti you should bring independence, fight colonialism. So despite uti azungu they were controlling the economy, they had to give it up. Task ya generation majinabit. After marriage we saw a rise of dictators. Kunabwa ma dictators ambiri. Ma dictator. Then kunabwa so generation hii nano yachinabakiri muluzi. Chakufa jihanda, Kamulebo Kaluo, Mabuba Chipeta, Chakakala Jazia, Shaire Kondowe. Generation manager. Task yao it was to bring in democracy. Now, generation ya ife task ya ife is to become solutions. Task is to make sure we are economically independent from household level, individual level to national level.
And how are we doing it?
Are we
winning?
Step, we are not winning. You see, my generation at 100, there has to be a generational transfer of power from generation ya Jinabaki Ndandan John Temboja to our generation. We have got different dreams, ambitions, aspirations from that generation. This is why 2063 cannot make sense from generation image. Now, we're not saying disregard this generation. No, they've got wisdom. We need to use. But the ideas of our generation, they are, okay, for example, I'll give you example ya random. Panopo pite ku SDA, CCP, ku Anglican. Ukwabezo ku youth. Ya Anglican, ya pito na orphanage kwina kwake. Young people being solutions. Not good these young people, they are rich and my billions, no. But it's in us. There's a fire burning in you and me to become solutions. So we have to be given a chance. Power has to be transferred from that generation, John Tembo, Bagiri Muruzi, to our generation.
Who is going to do it, Fredo? Because we can sit here and have all these brilliant ideas. Do you see anybody saying, good, now we've reached that point whereby we are going to transfer power? So therefore, Chinyamata, here is the power. Kapena, there has to be a way of how that power is going to be transferred.
They will transfer it. Because we can transfer, but if they don't transfer it, it will be taken, because you can't stop a generational task. It will not be stopped. The same way, mena mayamba kuti tufuna azungu azipita, atwena mazafusa kuti ndi akazungu akapita tutamulia ndani. Simachitika zimezi. But a generational task cannot be stopped. This is our destiny. This generation will take over. I don't know who will be instrumental in the whole process, but you are part of it. I am part of it. You may wonder what you are doing today. It's you're setting that pace. Having me here, you're setting that pace. Whatever I'm doing, no matter how small, our generation has to take power. We need to make our own mistakes. Our generation has to right the wrongs.
But when people see us, Ngarachi Nyamata, many of them behave at times. That's when people have trusting issues.
Which people?
Sometimes like you said,
no.
Sometimes they are being used for a pocket of change.
No. I mean, it doesn't matter how they see us. It doesn't matter how they see us. What matters is how we see ourselves. This generation has played its part. It has to go. How they see us doesn't matter. Because even you all, how they saw the generation that went before them was not favorable for the outgoing generation. How they see us doesn't matter. You see yourself as a solution. I see myself as a solution. That's what matters.
Tupita mwabedu kwa program tawa yatu yata.
Yes.
I want to give you a minute or two to sum it up. Kameza kuntima kwako. Zimene ufuna tantu. Amene akhala kuti satira kuyambirira Africa nafe pano. Amvezotani. Now you can face them. They are over there. Ayankhula amene ufuna.
Okay. Kwa lesa mene akutoone program yatu. Kumaka chinyamata azimai aliyense. Ndithawi yoti ifeyo ngati generation yathu should be solutions. Mene magambira ndi wanda papa. Journey tikozomenya ma mistakes. Mu journey we are allowed to make mistakes. Koma what matters is what we see in the end. What do we see? We see Malawi okuti we should no longer have achinyamata mathamangira ku South Africa. Achinyamata zithamangira ku Ireland, ku UK, kumasiya Malawi because they're searching for greener pastures. No. Tuna Tanzania, look at Zambia, even my what is Ungulia, they're doing better. So it's not time what is tidandaule kuti wakuti namisa kwende sabwino zinthu. No. What can you do? Ineyo ngati Fredo, ngati Wanda, ngati iwe Steve, ngati Chisomo, ngati Chikondi. What are you doing? What can you do? So is easy. Let's go beyond individuals. Generation I fail. Kanyamata IDF or UTM, IMCP, ATPP. You find all my problems. I mean, to madandaula. Those we're facing unemployment, nepotism, corruption. Our enemy is the same. We've got similar enemies. Let's not be divided in our fight towards our goal, our vision.
Fredo Kisi, mene zina lake lapa chipaso ndi Penjani Kalowa. Fredo Penjani Kalowa andikonza. Chabwino limamba ndi Fredo. So pachamani na kuti Kisiyo unango chuna kuti azimveka la celebrity. Fredo Penjani Kalowa. Kutifikisaso pa msiriziro pa program yathu ya lero ya Times Exclusive. Ndathokoza Mr. Kalowa. Kuchokera kwa ine Wonder Msisya malo mwa sponsors athu a Rainbow Paints. Mwaso ndithokoze Kondwani Muhone komanso David Maseya amene amajambula program imene ndikuti ipitizirani kuonera ma program otsatirapo mpano pa Times Television TTV komanso kumvera ma program otsatira pa wireless yanu ya Times Radio. Goodbye.